You spend an enormous amount of time with your 15-year-old daughter, Louise, Wheezy.
I don't think it's enormous. I wish it was much more. This show hurts that. She's very kind about it, but it hurts that.
Is there a sadness as a father who really loves his daughter not having as much time as you'd like with her?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How do you make up for it?
As a parent, you know that.
Yeah, I do.
The only way you can, you make sure the time you do have is as good as it can be. I mean, not good, cheerful, pretending to be happy, but rich, full. And the other way, I think, is I try to do what good parents should do for any child, which
kind
is...
of what your parents did for you, Perry, it sounds like.
Yeah, love them, support them, believe in them, make your child know that in this world, which can be very tough on anyone, there's one place, two places, two parents, two people who are there for them. That's all. You know,
it's
as best you can do
interesting,
that.
Parallels. When you were a kid, as a tree, you had a loft. You went up and you would hide away in and play with your toy soldiers. And,
yeah.
and doesn't Louise have a loft that you built?
Yeah, it's a dissimilar loft, but it's true. And of course, you can't because the things I love are not the things that she loves. But I did build her a loft.
She sounds like an extraordinary kid. I mean, she's bilingual, equestrian, and going to a tough school.
Yeah. In fact, you know what she's doing right now? She's trying to, and she needs great grades to do this and all, but she's trying to set herself up with a junior year in high school, abroad. Mm. And she's got the responsibility to do it. I mean, it's up to her. Her mother and I have told her that if she can make it happen with grades and doing all the proper paperwork and everything, we'll let her go. It scares the hell out of me. I want to go about as much as I want Los Angeles to sink into the ocean.
Oh, that kind of father, huh?
But it's her life. And again, as my parents did for me, I've got to let her go if she can pull it off.
Is it tough to be an actor in Hollywood and be separated and have women falling at your feet because you have a television series?
That's two different things.
Well, it is two different things, but do they tie together in any way?
It's not that tough to be separated in L.A. because L.A. is a bastion of that. I mean, I know thousands of men like me who are ex-husbands and parents who live separately and alone. Women are not falling at my feet or anyone else's feet. I don't feel that way about my life. But I hated the fact that her mother and I broke up. Her mother hated it, Weezy hated it, we all hated it. I'm convinced it was the right thing for us to do because we were married very young and we just inevitably grew apart. Till finally we really had nothing more in common than our history and our child, and it wasn't right for anyone, particularly Wheezy, my daughter. Mm. And you have to move on that.
So you make up for...
If it had been better for her, for me to stay with her mother, I would have done it, her mother would have done it, but it wasn't better for her.
Do you think you'd ever do it again? Do you think you'd make a commitment and get married?
Oh, yeah. I want to have more children, too.
Do you?
Yeah.
I get a sense about you that in spite of your good looks and your success, that you're not narcissistic, which is, I think, a real compliment, because in this business there are so many that are.
God, I hope not. That's the only thing I can say to that.
That you don't want to be that way?
No.
What keeps you from that?
Well, I'm sure that I'm egotistical. I guess there's a difference. I mean, actors almost have to be egotistical or egoistical. They're self-absorbed because they work off themselves. So you have to know yourself very well and be aware of yourself. I think, again, probably my upbringing. I mean, I don't know whether this will make any sense. I remember my mother telling me once how proud everyone should be of themselves. And at the same time, she said, but just remember, you know, and this is what may be difficult to translate to, if you knew my mother, it would, again, I hope this makes sense, Ma, I'm sure you're watching. She said, always remember, you're just a wet piece of meat, and you're nothing. You're just insignificant in terms of the world. And that's really valuable to believe, I think, because it's true.
Do you ever get upset with all of the stuff that goes with being a star?
I miss anonymity. I never have. I know that people say that comes with the territory, and it does, and you know you're going to lose it. But I'm not crazy about some of the weird things you can get into. The other night I was out pumping gas at a gas station, going home late at night, tired, and I almost got attacked by these two crazy people. Some people get very strange. I mean, these two guys decided that they wanted to fight with me because they noticed that I'd been on television. So I'm sitting there pumping gas thinking, go away, leave me alone. I was thinking, what weapons do I have here? The only thing I had was I've got a gas pump and a lighter in my pocket. So I was thinking, all right, if it comes to it, I'll pull the lighter out and I'll say. But, I mean, that kind of thing, because they were saying, you know, I can't really tell you on the air, but, you know, they were basically attacking me because they'd recognized me on television, and they were insisting that I wasn't that person, and I didn't care whether they thought I was or not. I was saying, yeah, well, I am, but, well, you know, I mean, I am, but who cares? It doesn't...
Well, that's with the public, and that's the downside. But how about just within the industry, the games you have to play, the parties, and the crazy fast life? Do you avoid that?
Stuff. Yeah.
And you can do that?
I mean, I do a little bit of it when it's interesting to me. I don't do it for career reasons. I don't believe in that for career reasons. I don't think that people get hired because somebody sees them at a party. People get hired because they see their work, or you go in and you give a hell of a good audition. That's how you get a job.
So you mean on the weekend we might find Perry King spending time with his daughter Louise, or covered with grease working on your cars, or
yeah, or
I mean,
a racetrack.
Or a racetrack, yeah.
If I'm not with my daughter, with Louise.
But a regular guy, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. What's regular, you know?
Well, I guess
no different than I used to be, I don't think, and that's good, I think.
Yeah, that is
hang on
good.
to that.
Do you want to say hi to Mom and Dad?
Yeah, hi, Ma and Pa. And Jenny and Frank, my sister and brother-in-law.
The family.
Kids. Yeah.
In Concord? And,
Concord, Mass, and Marion on the Cape.
Yeah, that's great. Will you come and see us in the studio?
I'd love to.
I'd love it, Perry. Thanks an awful lot.
Thank you
Really
very
lovely
much.
to meet you.
Nice
Talk to
meeting you.
Good luck.